Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. It's the Florida Gators and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Thanks, guys. I did check in with Coach Summerall before the game. This is a concerning crowd. You know, every time we're here, it's one of the best atmospheres in all of college football. The coach said they will have to communicate at a high level. They have worked with crowd noise all week at practice. We'll see if it pays off here today. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. The Gators ready to kick it away first. On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose and brought down at the 24. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Moves up to the 34-yard line, give him a 10-yard pickup. A cornerstone of the Alabama program really throughout history has been be physical, establish a running game.
Yeah, great running backs. I mean, not only are you recruiting great players in the offensive line and skill and all over the place, but so many great backs that you can name off the top of your head that played at Alabama, that ran it with an edge, that ran it physical, that always represented that style. And you can see Alabama, they're always going to do this. They're going to establish the run.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The offense changing the play. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hill. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Makes it past the marker. Slips a tackle and he's got room. Touchdown, Crimson Tide! All into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up.
And that is exactly what they wanted to see. They talked about bolstering their speed at the running back spot. They said this guy could do it. And you get a good glimpse of it early in this football game. Palmer, there's one thing to talk about speed. It's another thing to talk about speed. And that guy takes off, erases some angles, and makes the big play early.
It's so true, David. There's so many really good running backs in the country that can make people miss, but when we see them get into the second level, they always get caught. This guy is a little bit different. And now if you're on defense, that's a big alert. You know, hey, if we don't tackle him, if linebackers miss him, if safeties miss him, and this guy gets in the second level, he is taking it to the house. There's a lot of pressure now in this defense to tackle.
This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Makes the grab. It's Singleton. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game. What will they dial up on 2nd and 8? Long way to go. Jones to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection.
And that's this guy's third catch now on the drive, and I like how this offense just keeps going back to him. Look, if you're not going to cover him, we're going to keep throwing him the football. We don't have to overthink this thing, and as every completion happens, the quarterback is gaining more and more confidence in this guy.
Wants to throw again. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. Couldn't find much breathing room to return it, but the interception has this offense in business at the 27. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Throwing Mack. Moving out to the right. He'll throw it. With the catch, it's Rodgers. And they get him down.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
Looks as if the Crimson Tide will have the first down.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
Hey, kill it. 139 Albatross. 139 Albatross.
This time he wants to throw. Working that left side. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. High-flying pass catchers and the Crimson Tide. That combination wasn't right at the top of your mind, say, 30 years ago.
No, it used to be run, more run, and you've seen over the years they've opened it up, the playbook, and they've brought in dudes. They've had some guys that can fly. They've had receivers winning Heisman trophies, like so many game breakers on the outside that make big plays in this offense.
The run inside. It's Hill. Nowhere to go. Same song, second verse, as this defense is ready for this guy.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Quarterback making checks. Mack from the gun on third down. Fires to the middle. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Taking it the other way. The 20. He's at the 10. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Well, it's 3rd and long. They're trying to throw beyond the sticks to get the first down. What a great job by the defender that time, breaking on the ball, snagging it out of the air, and securing that interception.
This should be the last play of the quarter. They'll try to run with ball. And he's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, and that'll do it for the first quarter. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Jones wants to throw it. Flips it out on the screen. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point is good. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. He'll start the return inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They'll go play action with Mack. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back.
I just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So after that false start, now dealing with 2nd and 15. Austin Mack. Got a man. It's Edwards. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark. Alabama pushing the tempo. On 3rd and short, the power run here. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one.
And that's a good sign for this offense. A good 3rd down conversion, running the football. Obviously, last possession was not what you want. Like the interception, the turnover, good to get back on the field, get that first down. Now see how much more they'll be aggressive and maybe want to throw the football and put that mistake behind them.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Running inside, it's Hill. And a decent gain there before the defense makes a stop.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mack. Makes the grab.
I love the job the quarterback does surveying the defense there. Great job pre-snap recognition, understanding the coverage. He goes to his curl route, gets the completion, and picks up the first.
Here we go. Kill. 776 captain.
Mack. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play.
And I love the play call by this defense to go with the zone blitz, confuse the quarterback. What does that mean? What do you see when it's a zone blitz, Paul?
Yeah, I think he was confused. You mentioned it. I think he saw zone coverage, and he thought he was fine. I think he only thought he was being rushed by 3 or 4 guys, and he was going to have a lot of time to get rid of that football. Not the case, though. Linebacker is able to make it through and get the sack.
This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. Back to throw, it's Mack. He slings it deep to the left. And it's caught inside the 30. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages, it tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Kept it on the ground on 1st down, now back to the line. From the gun, the running back has it. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. Throwing, Mack unloads to the wideout. Touchdown, Crimson Tide! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Looks like he's going to try to return it. And the returner will be knocked down. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. And it's another 1st and 10 play. Jones to throw. Got him. No chance to run, but still a good gain. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Motion from the wideout. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the middle. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
Buying some time. Gets rid of it. Back open in the middle. Breaks into the open. He's got 1st down yardage. The 50, they'll mark it at the 49. The Gators are going to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Pulls it in. It's Singleton.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the 1st down.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. He'll try to do it himself. Oh, and after the big gain, the ball's loose. And the defense jumps on it, they get that turnover.
Man, it's so hard to keep a rabbit in the cage, that quarterback, right? He's going to scramble around, he's going to make plays, and when he gets outside the pocket, you're just trying to get a hand on him. How about getting a hand on him, forcing the fumble, and recovering it? Great job by the defense continuing to chase that QB.
He'll push his way forward for a few, and the clock will continue to run. Start the 2nd half, Alabama will kick it off. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Gators sending the offense back to work. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step one, Jesse, taking care of the football.
And it just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having the lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game.
Oh, he's going to be brought down. A huge loss on the play.
Defense came on the field with fresh legs, and here on just the second play of the drive, they're able to get a sack.
They've got them penned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Got him downfield. Out of bounds at the 22, and just like that, they're out of trouble.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Under fire. And he did not make it. The defense standing tall against the run.
That's a gutsy call. And I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Austin Mack. Deep shot for the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
I know the offense came into this game expecting to have some success throwing the football, and right after getting a takeaway right outside of the red zone, they try to do just that. The one-on-one matchups are going to be there in this game. That time, though, the defense did a better job making a play, forcing the incompletion.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
And this guy's showing off his hands again, understanding where the football's going. He breaks on the football so quick. And guess what? He makes plays when he breaks on it. That's 2 interceptions here through 3/4 of a football game.
Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. Jones wants to throw it. Fires to the big fella. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Finds a little bit of room, picks up 4 out to the 13.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good game, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Tries to get it on the ground. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. And the Gators want to move quickly.
Man, we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Just a gain of 2, and now they're looking at 3rd and 8. The Tide crowd rolling noise down on the Saban field on 3rd down. He wants to throw it. Uncorks one. Complete to the left. He's loose. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Gators! The extra point here would tie the game.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hill. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Mack from the gun on third down. Finds his man. Alabama will get the first down.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
They'll move the wide receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. Mack makes the grab. It's Rodgers there to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. They fought tooth and nail through three, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the fourth. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. From the gun, the ground game. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The run inside. It's Hill. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Tie game here late in the fourth. They want to control the ball, and they're not going to punt it away. They'll go for it on 4th down. Got his man down the middle. He's down immediately, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down. The Crimson Tide move the sticks through the air. Let's see if they go back to it here. Unloads quickly. There he goes. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. The Crimson Tide rolled to that last first down on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to the run.
Hey, kill it. 674, take off. 674, take off.
Throwing, Mack. Catch in the middle, it's 4. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Grab behind the line. It's Rodgers. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
Man, it's players over plays, isn't it? Like, find your guys, find your matchups. They keep finding him on this drive, and he keeps delivering. That's a really good job by the play caller. Don't try to get tricky. Don't try to outsmart yourself. Your guy is better than his guys.
Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal.
Ready.
They'll keep it on the ground looking for the end zone. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Home crowd not going to love it. You got to throw the ball to win this game. They do not like the play call with not a lot of time left in the game.
And now after getting knocked back, they'll try it again, this time from the 5 on 3rd and goal. Austin Mack. Safe completion on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. The Gators are going to call their first timeout. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. Hang on just a second. I think they're going to try to get the touchdown here. Man, this could be a gamble, guys. They could come up empty. Quarterback making adjustments. 4th down, Austin Mack. Into the end zone. Wide out trying to get it in. A bold position to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. Their own end zone nipping at their heels as they start this drive from their own 2. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. And I think they'll mark him right at the line of scrimmage. Didn't help much with the breathing room, but on the upside, they avoided the safety.
Thinking about using a timeout right here after that run play. And listen, I get you're trying to keep the defense off guard, but you're losing this game. You've got to throw the football. Now is the time. You've got to be aggressive, trailing in this 2-minute situation.
Clock is stopped. Florida has called a timeout at 2nd. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
3rd and long, defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they are going to try to get to him with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. Better get rid of this one quick.
Running inside. It's Pryor. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line.
All right, you're at a point in the game now where you've got to go. You need to get down the field and score points. I'm all for running the football, but in this part of the field, you now got to start kicking it into overdrive, start taking some shots and gaining up some yards.
Man, the clock is not our friend right now. The 1st down stops it. That is great. We got to get some chunk yardage plays, make some hay while this clock's running out.
And you got to think about when you want to use that final timeout, when you're going to clock it. Every single second counts. You need a field goal to win, but you got to manage this clock.
Jones to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
And I get it, you're trying to be smart right now because you got to go down the field, and you got to make something happen, and you got to make it happen pretty fast. But now you got to understand the situation. It's 4th down. This game's over if I don't get the 1st down. So the clock is not a part of the equation. I got to dial up a play and make sure I get this 1st down.
They booted away. They'll field this one in tight quarters. They stop him immediately, flying down the field and get to him before he can even get started. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. Mack looking down the middle. Complete downfield. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. Alabama hit him with a big pass play. Will they keep slinging it? To the air on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. The holder will kneel at the 33, a 43-yard attempt for the win. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. The holder will kneel at the 33, a 43-yard attempt for the win. It's gone! A huge field goal, and they've taken the lead in the waning seconds.
It is a nerve-wracking feeling as a football player when the game comes down to your kicker, and he has to come through, and Palmer, he comes through with flying colors.
And you know in college football, no field goal is automatic, but there's no college kicker situation here. He drills that right through the uprights, and David, it looks like his team's getting the dub.
It comes down to this. One more snap left in this game. If they get a touchdown, they can find a way to win it. Here's a throw downfield late. Last pass falls incomplete, and that's going to do it. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the 4th quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team just, they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at, and I expect